bienvenidos. Welcome.
Welcome. Muy bien. Hablas inglés.
I did it.
Woo. So, welcome to the draw stream. We have decided that the theme of this stream is US East Pub. He will speak in Spanish, I will pretend to understand and answer him in English, thus creating an unintelligible mess where all of you can enjoy equally.
Español, vamos a comunicarnos porque los dos entendemos el idioma del otro. I hope so. Digo,
No
espero.
hables en
Lo
mierda.
siento,
Don't
lo siento.
speak
I'm
in
sorry.
Spanish.
I don't English, I know.
Dios mío. My God.
I don't know.
I'm going to explain Seed 1 first, guys. There are two important seeds right now that you should know for the random draw, which is Seed 1 and Seed 3. As you guys can notice, this is divided by regions. It's divided based on who got the best results in each region, right? And the only important one right now we talk about will be Seed number 1 and what's going to happen with this group. So we'll do a random draw for Seed 1. And how we'll do is we're going to take a random team here. The second, for example, say we get Liquid. Liquid goes to Group A. Then second team is LGD. Then LGD goes to Group B. But there's a caveat to this, which is the fact that Seed 1 and Seed 2 from the same region can never share the same group. Therefore, if I get Liquid for Group A, automatically we know Gaming Gladiators goes to Group B because they both are from Western Europe.
I'm dancing because I'm happy to be here with you.
Amigos, vale.
Channel points.
Channel points.
Puntos de canal.
How long will this be delayed? For Seed 3, because obviously not all regions have the same amount of slots, we will consider EU and SCA to be part of the same group. That's pretty simple. That means if Hellraisers goes Group A, then Talon goes to Group B. You know, when it comes to the rest of the teams, which is the two European and the two Chinese teams, it gets a little bit more complicated here, but it still follows the same format. If Tundra gets, for example, Group A, then we have to make sure that Entity gets Group B. But there's a caveat here, which Blue will also explain in a second, which is that we also want to make sure this is fair in terms of seeding. So Tundra will not be sharing the same group as the other Seed 3 Chinese team. So wherever Tundra goes, eHome follows, and wherever Entity goes, Knights will follow. Yeah, now we're going to see the first draw for the group.
Y recordemos que empezamos con Grupo A.
And we start with the first seed now, and we're going to start with Group A, the first team. First team is Execration. Woo! Woo! Execration. The first seed from SCA will be going to Group A in a second. They're delayed like their flights. Don't worry. They're coming. Geek Slate, which is the second seed from SCA, will be going to Group B as a result of Execration, going to Group A. They'll get there. Again, it's 35 hours from Malaysia, so, you know, they take their time.
¿Cómo diría?
Sí, exacto. Así, ¿cuál será? Sorry. Yes, exactly. So, now the second draw will go to Group B, and therefore their counterpart to Group A. Who is that going to be? We will figure it out as we go into full screen. Liquid.
¿Escuché Liquid?
Liquid.
Hey, Liquid. Listo.
Liquid will be sharing their group with Geek Slate. It's going to be a tough group for Geek Slate, but we'll see. That means that Gaming Gladiators, which is Seed 2 from Western Europe, will be going to Group A, and they will be sharing their slot with Execration.
TSM, tenemos a Team Solamid y nuestro queridísimo Timado, entonces, esta vez para el Grupo A.
This means that TSM will be joining Group A with the beloved Timado for them, which of course means that the second team, Shopify Rebellion, will be going to Group B. It's going to be Biscos! Biscos will be joining Group B, the first seed from South America. Wow, against Shopify Rebellion, against Team Liquid, against Geek Slate, that is looking very spicy. And as a result, Evil Geniuses, now a South American team, the second seed, will be joining Group A. Yeah, this will be the last draw for this first seed, because then we'll automatically know where the other team goes. And it's going to be PSG LGD, the first seed from China. They will be joining Group A, and therefore their counterparts, Team Aster, will be Group B. And of course, as a result of this, and the graphics guys already know, this means the last two results are also determined. BetBoom and Team Spirit, because BetBoom will have to go to Group B, because there's no other draws left, and that will put Team Spirit in Group A. And that will show up any second. But in Seed 3, because not all regions get to Seed 3, NA and SA specifically. Not all regions have the same amount of slots, and this means that Seed 3 has to be dealt a little bit differently. EU and SEA will be considered part of the same region, so the two teams will be put into two different groups. And when it comes to European and Chinese teams, it's a little more complicated. Once again, the European teams will not share a group here, but the Seed 3 from Europe will always be joining Seed 4 from China, and vice versa for the Seed 3 from China with Seed 4 from Europe. Exactly. We're only going to need two draws draws for this final seeding group here, and then we'll be able to determine the full group stages for the Lima Major. The teams are, praying or whatever they do in this time to make sure they get the best of chances.
Sí.
Talon!
Talon! Ojo!
Yep.
Sí.
Talon will be joining Group A, and Hellraiser will be joining Group B. That means Group A is the death group for SCA, and Group B will be the same for Eastern Europe. Okay.
Tundra.
Okay, so Tundra is the one that goes to Group A. We continue with the Group A dynamics. Tundra will be joining here. This means the 4th seed from China joins them as well. So Tundra will be joining eHome in Group A, and in Group B, the counterpart of Tundra, which is Entity, in addition to Knights, will be joining that group, thus finalizing both groups. There's a lot of things, the graphic designers are making sure that it looks as pretty as possible, but the names are just now being written down, and then we'll have the finalist image of the groups for the Lima Major. Exactly. We hope that you guys enjoyed this more transparent way of showing the seating. Yes, sometimes it's just behind closed doors, and of course those are always done with the fairest groups in mind, but by doing it in front of you guys, you get to be part of the process, and you understand the logic behind us, which is why the rules are so extensive, and as a result, we've gotten, hopefully, some pretty balanced groups. Blue, just a little reminder for the people that are watching these groups and for the people that, trying to see what teams will make it out. This major, because we finally have an 18-team major, has been forever since then. We'll have the 3 bottom teams eliminated from each group. So a lot at stake, and a lot of teams will be going home without touching the playoffs. Which group do you guys think is going to be harder to get out of? Which group do you guys think will be able to reach the upper brackets first? Who do you think will have the group buff? Tell us in our social media at Eples Gaming or at 4D Esports, depending on what language you speak. And if you speak neither English or Spanish, feel free to DM at Blue Dota for anything that's in Tagalog, Portuguese, Chinese,
It's
or
El
Russian.
Blucito, actually. You can follow me.
At El Blucito, yes. Any language that is not English and Spanish, it's all his personal Twitter. Thank you very much.
Major.
Don't be toxic. Enjoy Lima Major, and we'll see you guys with the next stream, which will be in the group stages. So we hope you join us then. Goodbye.
Bye.
Adios.
Look who's back! Here, have an arrow! No, in fact, have 2.